Hello everyone, this is Lorena with Back to Country, and today I would like to share an authentic Mexican recipe. It is called Picadillo. It's taco meat, and the way I fix it is I have 2 pounds of ground beef. I already pre-chopped my vegetables. I have medium potato, a medium onion. You can use white, yellow, purple. I use purple because it has more nutritive properties. And bell pepper. I have 1 bell pepper. I have a can of diced tomatoes. I have onion powder, garlic powder, cumin, and I have a spice that is authentic to Mexican cuisine, and it's called North Suiza. We use this instead of salt, and it has really good seasoning. And I have red peppers here, flakes. I want to use these little envelopes that I found. I don't want to waste them, so let's start cooking. Okay, I'm gonna turn on my stove and start putting my ground beef. Usually what I do, when we go shopping, I like to buy, the meat in big bulks. It is cheaper if you buy lots of it, lots of ground beef or chicken or pork or whatever. If you buy it in big bulks, it costs cheaper than if you go small. Okay. The first thing I like to put is my potatoes because it takes longer. Now you can use yellow potatoes, russet potatoes. This time I had a red potato, so I'm using red potato. It doesn't make any difference. Now this meat is used for several meals. After I finish with this, I'm gonna start making some Chile Rellenos. That's made with poblano peppers, and I really love that recipe. I will show you after I finish with this. Anyway, you can fix a lot of meals with it. Some people use this as stuffing to stuff your turkey for Thanksgiving or Christmas. And the way they do it, they don't use potatoes, they don't use bell pepper. Instead, they put raisins and carrots and pecans. It's completely different, but it is really good too. I don't fix it that way, but I like it this way to fill out my chiles rellenos. Okay, so then I'm just gonna wait and cook it some more, a little bit more. Once the potatoes start getting a little bit tender, then I just put my rest of the ingredients. I'm gonna wait, well, I can go ahead and put my garlic. And so I like to shred my garlic. See this little, I like to shred it. It is faster than chopping it. And it just makes a little paste, and I really like that. I'm gonna put 3 cloves. Okay, see, it makes like a little paste. I really like it. I mean, you can use this guiso for a lot of things. You can make tacos, you can make tostadas. You can mix it with eggs and make like little patties with it. Okay, I'm gonna let it cook for a little bit. Stay tuned, okay? Okay, so the meat is not brown yet, but I started sizzling. So I am ready to add my spices. I'm gonna start with my North Suiza. I bought this spice in Walmart, and there is Walmart everywhere. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. And this, remember, this is instead of salt. Okay, And then you can find this with a tomato. Also, they have a one that is just the spice with a tomato, but I like with tomato. And then you have your cumin. I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of cumin. Okay, 2 teaspoons of cumin. And then I'm going to add the pepper flakes. Each envelope I measure and is half a teaspoon. So basically you just add 1 teaspoon of it. A lot of people don't like spicy food, so if you don't want to add it, it's okay, you know. I just like spicy food. And then you have your garlic powder. You can add 1 teaspoon garlic powder. And then you have your onion powder. You can also add 1 teaspoon. And then you're ready. I'm ready to mix it up. Mix it all up. And then just let it cook for a little bit. Maybe like a couple minutes or so. Let it season again. Sizzling, I like the noise. Okay, I'm ready to add my onions. So when I make chile rellenos, sometimes I split the work because it takes time to make them. So for instance, one day I make the picadillo, that means this guiso, and then the next day I go ahead and prepare the chiles poblanos. It's up to you, whatever. If you have a lot of time or you are with your time is limited, then you can split it in half. Okay, let me turn on my heat. And then I can put my bell pepper. Okay. You can feed an army with this. And then you can prepare Mexican rice and some beans, and delicious. Okay, we're just gonna let it cook a little bit longer, okay? Okay, it has been about 5 minutes, and now as you can see, the meat is all brown, and I'm just waiting for the vegetables to cook all the way. And I forgot to mention also that I love to use cilantro in this recipe. You can chop it, you know, really fine, or just leave the leaves a little bit bigger. I love to use cilantro. It gives really good flavor. Okay, so now I am ready to add my tomatoes. I'm gonna add them. Go ahead and stir. I mean, it's up to you if you want to add all the can, or maybe half of it, whatever you want. But I like to use all of it. Okay. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer for my cilantro. Okay, it has been about 15 minutes or so, and I'm going to check if the vegetables are tender. I'm gonna turn off the stove, turn it down a little bit, and then let me stir first. Let me stir. Let me check the potato. The potato is what it takes longer. Let's see. Okay. Needs a little bit longer. In the meantime, I'm going to add the cilantro. And because I am going to use this picadillo to make Chile Rellenos, that means the poblano peppers, stuffed poblano peppers, I am not using fresh jalapeno or fresh serrano, chile serrano. If you want to make it real spicy, you can add that to it, and then you cook it together with all of the vegetables. Okay, I'm gonna uncover it this time and just let it, the liquid is to get down a little bit more. So let's see, it has been about 15 minutes. How about 10 more minutes or so? Okay, so now it has been simmering for a little while. The vegetables are not quite ready, but I'm going to go ahead and taste a little bit just to make sure it's well seasoned. So let me go ahead and stir it. Okay. I'm gonna try a little bit. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more of North Suiza. I'm just going to eyeball it. It's up to you, whatever you want it, a little bit more seasoned with it. Just remember, this is like salt, so you have to be careful. I'm going to add a little bit more of cumin. Just eyeball it again. And continue cooking until the vegetables are tender. Now that my picadillo is ready, I'm going to start preparing to fix my chiles poblanos, the poblano peppers. So I have flour, I have 6 chiles, I have 5 eggs, a container, and glove. This glove is very important because when I'm gonna start by putting the chiles in my toaster oven. You can put them in the regular oven, but to me it's easier, faster in the toaster oven. So what I wanted to do is to roast them, and then once they're roasted, I'm going to place them in a container. I'm gonna cover them so they start sweating, and by sweating the skin will start peeling. Then I'm gonna grab my glove and carefully I'm gonna peel the skin. I'm gonna take all of the seeds out and start filling them up with the picadillo. Now that my peppers are roasted, I'm going to place them in my container and wait a few minutes until they start sweating, and then can peel them. As you can see, the skin started to separate. So by being inside the container is easier. Now I'm going to get ready to start peeling them. All right. Start working on the peppers by peeling them. I'm gonna put my glove on, it's important. And look at it. How beautiful the skin. Don't worry if you cannot take all of the skin off. It's okay. It doesn't taste bad at all. And look at the size of the chiles. We really like to buy them bigger, but they didn't have them in the supermarket. And because we felt like we wanted chiles rellenos, then that's what we got. But it's okay. Now, I use the toaster oven to roast them. You can, like I said, you can use the oven, or if you have a gas stove. I don't have a one, but you can do it on a grill on top of the gas stove. That will be very helpful too. Also, if you don't want to use a container, you can use a paper bag, and you can also do it inside. You can put them inside to make them sweat. There is many ways you can do it. The easiest way for you. You don't have to do what I'm doing exactly. Okay, this one is done. Okay. So right now I'm just taking the skin off, the peel off. And then I'm going to, after that, I need to take the seeds off. Okay, so now I finished removing the seeds, and I removed the stem. And by doing that, you can start stuffing your peppers from where the stem was removed. Or you can make just a little cut right here in the center, a small one. Because when you start frying them, sometimes el picadillo or everything that you put in starts coming out. So you just make a small incision. Now you can always stuff them with different things. If you are vegetarian, you can put, you know, corn with zucchini. Sometimes I make them like that, and then put some cheese in it. They are delicious like that. Or you can stuff them with chicken. Or I got an idea. Thanksgiving is coming around the corner, and if you have leftovers, you can stuff them with turkey. That will be delicious. Okay, so once I'm done stuffing them, then I'm going to roll them in a little bit of flour so my egg can stick to them easier. I need to put my eggs, I'm going to separate them. So I'm just gonna beat my whites until they, you know, fluff. And then after that, I need to add the yolks and fold them very careful. And then time to roll the eggs in the butter. And in Spanish, we call that lamprear los chiles. Okay, so now that my egg batter is ready, I'm going to start folding very gentle the egg yolks. Very gentle, because we don't want it to flatten the mix. After I fold them, then I'm going to start covering my chiles rellenos with this butter, and then I'm going to fry them in a very hot pan with vegetable oil or canola oil if you want to. I'm gonna drop them very gentle and just cover them. Then get it out. Okay. Gentle, gentle. And I have my hot oil over here. And just drop them. Oh, I love the sizzling. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I have my platter ready over here. I don't need a picadillo, so I'll move it aside. I'm done with this. And they cook really fast, so I had to be very careful not to burn it. Okay, let's turn it. Very gentle. Oh, beautiful. See, make sure all of the butter is brown. So gently you can just move the oil around. And I like to do it one at a time because it's easier for me to manage the chili. I don't want it to burn, and I don't want it the stuffing to come up. Okay, I'm ready for my other one, my second one. Here we go. And the first one is done. And I have 5 more to go. Okay. There we go. Okay. And here you have it. The last one looks a little bit funny because the butter started to go flat. So my suggestion is that you beat first a few eggs and then you do the second part so it doesn't go flat. And there you have it. Chile rellenos stuffed with picadillo. I like to eat them with refried beans and salsa and tortillas, or you can eat them with rice or whatever you like, a salad on the side. It's up to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please, any comments that you have, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Adiós, amigos. Buen provecho.